Hi, today I'm going to be teaching you about how to start your biopulsar session with a client as well as how you're going to end it. So in this first video we're going to talk more about starting the session. When the client comes in, you're going to be having them put their hand on the hand plate. Now you'll notice I've got the double hand sensor here, and I just want to quickly tell you a bit about it. This is the average hand for 90% of people. Only about 10% of people can fit on it, and even my hand is too small to fit on this system, so I do use this one. However, you'll notice that my fingers are going beyond the actual cutout. Remember, this cutout is only to help refine putting the hand on the sensor board. It's not about the size of the hand. So again, don't worry about if the hand or the fingers overlap in any way. Also, you'll notice that there's a cutout here, which literally we want to follow the cutout of the forefinger and the thumb, so when we place it, this is what it's going to be looking like. Now, when we're doing an actual scan with a client, we can put the hand plate on the lap because it's very lightweight, and the next thing we do is we have them put their opposite hand on top. So this way what we're doing is we're getting a little bit refined pressure on the hand plate. So if the person is very sensitive, then we'll be able to see that sensitivity in regards to the fluctuations of the color. But by having the two hands working together, literally what we're doing is we're balancing the polarity. If you see areas of gray, just note that all the hand sensor prongs are being covered. And if you still see gray in that area, then you know that the contact is not being measured because there's a reason. And that's something that you have to understand. If you see a lot of gray, that's going to indicate a lot of dehydration. Whereas if you only see a few parameters of gray, it could be dehydration, it could be stress. So we have to look at the reason why we're not making that contact. And in fact, a lot of times in the picture, we will see gray floating above the head. So just double check the thumb tip to make sure that's being connected, because some people have a natural curve in their thumb. So if it slides off or it's not positioned properly, then you will see gray right in this area there. So at that point, you just have to adjust the thumb. And I try not to touch the client's hand, but if I find that they're not applying enough pressure, then I'll press my hand on top of their two hands and just say, okay, press a little stronger so we get a good contact. The next thing I do is I have the client close their eyes and count to 100, because I don't want them thinking about any stresses. I don't want to have them thinking about, oh, what's going on here. I just want them to relax. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll tell the client, okay, take a couple nice deep breaths in and exhale. And I do that with them. I do the breath work with them, so I really help guide them to relax. Now, typically, as soon as somebody places their hand on the plate, you'll get an instantaneous reading. If somebody's very emotional, or if they have some instability in their energy or are very sensitive, it may take you 1 to 2 minutes to get a reading. However, those people whose energies are strong and stable, within 10 to 15 seconds you'll have a strong reading. And either you'll note that the colors of the aura aren't really shifting much, and sometimes when they shift, they'll shift maybe from yellow to a lime green back to a yellow. Well, it's all in that family, and so you'll be able to ascertain that the frequency is very, very much the same. So you'll know you have a stable reading. Or with the graph lines, you'll see the graph lines go strong and stable. Likewise, the chakra numbers will only float within a few points. So that's how you'll start a reading, and in the next video, I'll teach you how to end it.